I think Kane is underrated.
All right.
As far as like superstars like from that era, like, and this goes back to what I was talking about. Like Kane was originally supposed to be a one-off. Like he was supposed to arrive, uh, literally raise hell and then leave,
Mm-hmm.
and then like he was there the next night on Raw,
Mm-hmm.
and then like he was there like weeks after, months after, years later. I think you look at his like title reigns, like he's a multiple time tag team champion. He won that battle royal at Mania 24 and got the ECW championship from Chavo later on in the night. Excuse me. Uh, his first title reign lasted a day, like with the WWE title.
Mm-hmm.
Like it lasted a day, and then he wasn't a world champion again until he picked up the ECW championship, if you want to call that a world title.
Right.
And then even after that, like did I want to say he won that fatal four way and became champion. It was with
I
him,
think
Rey
no,
Mysterio.
no. I think it's my wrestling 2010 knowledge is randomly sharp. He won Money in the Bank. That's how he got the title.
Okay, yeah, okay. Well, yeah, he won Money in the Bank, but he cashed it in. Oh yeah, the same night.
Yeah.
That's right. But he did have a fatal four way match as champion. I want to say
Mm-hmm.
either that or he was involved in it because that was the whole like who killed my brother,
Yes.
and then it was revealed that it was him.
Right.
Um,
The classic
so
twist.
the classic twist. So my very first like wrestling show that I watched ever was the episode of SmackDown when like Edge had just kidnapped Paul Bearer and he
Mm-hmm.
just pushed him down a flight of stairs. And
Yeah.
like I don't know why, but I was like, yo, whoever's son that is gonna be pissed. And then I saw like the behemoth that it was, and I was like, that man's stupid for doing that. But like that was just like my first like entrance to wrestling. And I
Right.
saw that and I was like, this shit's insane. And like I've been a fan ever since, but like I just keep thinking like Kane is so underrated.
Mm-hmm.
Easily, without a shadow of a doubt, the greatest Kane moment is when he's in the locker room with The Rock and I want to say Hogan, and he just starts hulking up and he starts like going off with like all the classic catchphrases. And he's like, "What you gonna do?" And he's striking the poses. I think that is the best moment in in the entire history of Kane.
No,
Like
I
I think that's even better than his debut.
vehemently disagree. The best Kane moment is when he chokeslammed Eric Bischoff off the stage and they just zoomed in on his face. That will forever be my favorite moment of Kane's career. But I will say, I think
Well, hold on,
Kane.
hold on. His feud with Shane back in 2003 was
That's
epic.
true. That is true.
And then the whole Lita thing when he like raped Lita, got her pregnant. At least that's how it was insinuated.
That's
The
when it's
Katie Vick storyline.
so yeah. I mean, I was about to say about Kane, where like Kane. I mean, I did like those matches with Shane McMahon, or I like the Last Man Standing match. The ambulance match was okay, but I think with Kane, he was. I mean, especially in the Attitude Era, a lot of people really loved Kane. He was over. I just think the problem with Kane, the problem he had throughout his career, was just they gave him some of the worst shit. Like as you mentioned, the good guy rapist with Lita, Katie
hmm
Vick. Don't forget
hmm
Imposter Kane. I don't know if you
Oh
remember
yeah.
that. That was a train wreck. Like the list goes on, and like the whole "Who Killed My Brother" storyline from 2010. Like I hate to shit over your first memories of wrestling, but like here it comes. Like, dude, it kind of sucked. You know what I mean? So it's like,
Well, no. My first memory that was after that.
oh, okay. Oh, true, true, true. You're right. You're right.
It was the Edge thing, yeah, because they
Yeah,
had
yeah.
the boiler room brawler, the whatever match. It
Yes.
was buried alive match, and then the Nexus just came out, ruined it, and Kane was just standing there with a thumb up his ass.
Oh, talk about retro, man. The Nexus. Anyway,
Ooh,
so uh, but yeah, like I think Kane has always been super reliable and like definitely like a Hall of Famer. I think just like what hurts Kane the most is not really his fault. I mean, like Team Hell No is one of my favorite eras of Kane. And
mm-hmm.
when he unmasked in 2003, like he did have the Shane McMahon feud, which again, Shane McMahon as Beast Slayer was a little weird. I don't know why
Yeah,
like a full
wasn't a
time wrestler
fan.
couldn't do that, but I still like the match that he had at
Mm-hmm.
Unforgiven with Shane. And Kane is like an actual monster. The unmasked Kane was really really awesome, and his entrances when like he was chained up and like the police had to escort him, like those were
Mm-hmm.
awesome. So I really I do like Kane a lot, and I would agree that he's underrated.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and his slow chemical theme
Oh yeah,
was
dude, I
was
love
awesome.
love that song.
And then hot take. I know you talked about it in your wrestling love angles video. I'm sorry, when he was just beating the ever living shit out of Zack Ryder. Like I am a huge Zack Ryder, Matt Cardona mark, whatever you want to call him. I am a huge mark for Zack Ryder. When I saw this man get wheeled off the stage in his wheelchair by Kane, I thought it was one of the funniest things I had ever seen.